Sarah Fillier and the New York Sirens. Boy, they really need a win today as they try to get themselves to the 4th spot in the standings and push for the playoffs as they take on the Montreal Victoire. And Laura Stacey, the Victoire, who have not had a game without a point over their last 10, playing extremely well in front of one of the best goalies in the world. So it is the Sirens and the Victoire meeting for the 5th time already this year. They have split each of their first 4 meetings, a couple of those even coming in takeover tour games. Flaherty plays it down for Rock. Zandy Hart is already without a stick. Then Rock lost her footing, and it comes out for Sarah Fillier coming through for the New York Sirens. This very young Sirens team, Hart, she had a chance, managed to push it towards the net, but it ends up behind where Abby Rock kicks it along, and Montreal can start to skate out with it.
And Casey O'Brien, one of the rookies for New York, so dynamic offensively. She was the one defensively that made the play in order for her team to get in the offense for Harchi to have that chance on net.
Kristen O'Neill, who is the other end of that Abby Rock trade that we mentioned off the top of the show, their first year with the Sirens. And here is O'Neill moving through. Kristen O'Neill back for the wall. It is a chance for Nyland Person just onto the ice. Oh, there's a chance in front and a spinning try by Maddie Wheeler, one of a bunch of rookies who have had a huge impact on this New York Sirens team this year. Yeah,
really good zone entry by Kristen O'Neill. She drew a lot of players to her that opened up behind the space behind her for a chance.
Nyland Person now starts it ahead. Here is DeGeorge, who was just acquired by New York, signed after her release from Toronto. Again, both of these teams are dealing with some injuries right now and different pieces in and out of the lineup. We mentioned Poulin, that's obviously the one off the top. Taylor Gerard stands out. Christina Kaltenkova is out once again today for the Sirens, the #1 pick in the most recent PWHL draft. Here is a turnover. Willoughby tries to set her up. It does get through, and then a spinning try by Downey Landry and a save by Osborne. Comes out here for DiGirolamo, who plays it down for Montreal. Anna Bargman now couldn't quite clear the zone for New York, and now does on the second effort. Lauren Bernard plays it in. Off of a face-off win for Montreal, and a chance knocked down, and it comes to the near side with Alexandra LaBelle, who plays it for Montreal. Kept in by Nadia Mativi, another player who was just signed, again, due to some of the absences on this Montreal team, was part of the Italian Olympic team and had been playing over in Sweden before being added to Montreal. Oh boy, Victue lost her footing right along that far wall. It allows Montreal to come in. LaBelle's shot got knocked down, still on it though, tried to center a pass, and it's taken away by Ann Cherkowski. Gets it forward for Fillier. Sarah Fillier is stopped by Debian.
We see the anticipation of a great player of Sarah Fillier. She just is so smart. She came out of the box, moved up ice immediately, and got a gorgeous stretch pass.
Turned over again here. Cherkowski down for Casey O'Brien. And Fillier on this top group on the ice for the Sirens. Simpson now sends it over. Chance from the outside for Bourbonnais. Ends up missing wide. Loose puck still. Montreal trying to get the puck out. It's kept in momentarily by Cherkowski. Another chance here. Fillier tried to center up a pass, which got knocked down. Still alive here. A long shift in the offensive end here for the Sirens. So 4 minutes into this first period, another face-off win for Montreal. Skylar Irving taken away. Forecheck's been good early in this game for the Siren. And here is Harchi circling and turning, looking for a tip in front from O'Neill. Now Maddie Wheeler plays it back for Nyland Person. That got deflected out of play. Scamora now. Out for Irving. Montreal, nice pass back. Scamora turns a shot. It was blocked by Bourbonnais. Nice work there by the alternate captain, keeping it in her skates. Bourbonnais, third year with the New York Sirens. Levis tried to center up, nobody on the back end. But it's Sandy Hart coming through for New York. DiGirolamo now. And Willoughby hacks at it and does get it out. I mean, he's got to be pretty happy with the zone time that we've already seen from this New York team early in the game.
Not only the zone time, but I'm impressed just watching how quick they are to pucks. They're using their speed really effectively, and they're creating a couple turnovers that don't normally happen for Montreal in their past 10 games, as they've been really on point.
Oh, there's another one. Cherkowski coming through, and a penalty's coming up.
Montreal 93, minor penalty, hooking.
New York power play's been good recently. For the season, they're fifth in the PWHL, about 16%. But since the Olympic break, more like 24%, and even better in this shorter window. Sarah Fillier from the wall. Plays it down, was looking for Casey O'Brien. But it comes out. Not a whole lot doing here early on for New York. Sarah Fillier comes back to get it. Fillier comes all the way through. That's Cherkowski out there. And around, O'Neill lets it go by. Casey O'Brien over there, but O'Neill's the one who digs it out. Finds Fillier, who's open, and a save, Damien. Sarah Fillier was wide open. An island person tries to come down for Casey O'Brien, but it's cleared by Abby Rock.
And that's a good example of the continuity where O'Neill has been with Sarah Fillier on the power play for so long, and she knew. She took a look over her shoulder, found that really high grade A scoring chance option available to her, and ripped the puck over to Fillier for a shot on net.
32 seconds of power play time remaining here for the Sirens. Bourbonnais walks it over. Wheeler comes down looking for Peyton Levis, with Gosling putting some pressure on. Bourbonnais once again. Here is Simpson from the dot. Her shot got knocked down. Montreal does a great job getting sticks in the way on these power play chances. Bourbonnais again. Comes back. Wheeler walking in and shoots. Got tipped. Oh boy, Simpson was open right on the side of the net. Couldn't get a stick on it. Bourbonnais once again. Does a good job to dig it out for Wheeler. Final seconds of the power play time. Wheeler coming through, is looking for Levis once more, but again, it's Gosling who gets the stick on it. As we're back to even strength hockey here in this first period of a scoreless game. New York still in possession, though, and a chance here. Damien has to make a save against Anna Bargman.
Really good last look at that play from Bargman, but I was impressed even before that on how Montreal is so successful in their penalty kill. A lot of the reason their sticks, taking away time and space. And Nicole Gosling broke up at least 2.
So now at even strength, the New York's still on it here in the end. Island person's chance knocked down. LaBelle got her stick on it. Tried to come to the middle, but it was broken up well with Willoughby, the closest member of the Victoire, to it. And Boulier is back. This is whistled down for icing. O'Brien tried to get the pass across, was broken up. And that's whistle. Here's a chance. Bourbonnais comes in. Oh, it got through, and they score! Damien got a piece of it, but couldn't squeeze it. And the rebound was available, and the Sirens find it. It's Casey O'Brien for a 1-0 New York lead.
O'Brien is such a talented offensive and defensive player, but we got to see her work in the corner. You see Fillier even also puts a shoulder into Tabin, and who beats Tabin back from the corner? It's Casey O'Brien, as she's able to come in there and clean up the loose rebound. So again, it's a matter of, can you win a battle in the corner, come out with the puck, and then notice how the Sirens are sprinting from the corner. They're engaging the net, not necessarily taking a step off or taking a break. They're quickly moving to where the action is, and they get rewarded for it.
That certainly felt like, to your point, an earned goal based on everything we saw in the first 9 minutes of this period. So Casey O'Brien, who was the 3rd overall pick in the PWHL draft from last year, gets on the scoreboard first, her 6th goal of the year, and that's now 16 points for Casey O'Brien, leading all rookies across this league. 1-0 New York early in Detroit. Casey O'Brien, who was last year's Patty Kazmaier Award winner at the University of Wisconsin, a brilliant career there before coming in to the New York Sirens as the 3rd pick in the draft this year. Haley Scamora on the near side. So now let's see how Montreal tries to push back here a little bit, as this New York team is up 6-1 in shots in this first period. They're 6-1 this year when scoring first. Skylar Irving comes the other way for Montreal. Victoire making a change, so it's just Irving in the offensive zone for the moment. And the Sirens can come away with it. Have some open ice once again. Chance from the outside, no problem for Davian. Really a nice effort to get it across, and a turning chance is stopped by Davian. A little bit of pressure put on by Laura Stacy. And here comes Casey O'Brien. Montreal trying to skate out again, but it's Bourbonnais once more, breaks it up in the neutral zone. To the end, start to send it around. But these have been the spots, right, where New York feels like they're just doing a nice job winning some of those 50-50 puck battles along the wall. Bourbonnais with some good pressure put on by Milikova, trying to wrap around. It's on the side of the net before it's finally pushed to the wall. And Montreal can set up here for the first time in a bit. Good stick, though, by Bourbonnais. Youngblum kicks it in. Again, a 1-0 lead for the Sirens on Casey O'Brien's 6th goal of the season. Simpson to the middle where Savannah Norcross had it broken up.
And you see, even on that play, from Gosling trying to connect with Scamora, the puck's just a little too far in front or behind, it seems like. And the puck has bounced off DiGiromo's stick, and earlier in the shift, Youngblum's stick. And so it's just a matter, I think, of Montreal just settling down, taking advantage of the situation, and just saying, hey, we got this, we're a great team, and settle into the game and allow those tape-to-tape passes to begin.
Irving swings it around a little too far for D'Arcangelo. There's Scamora now. Wheeler putting the pressure on the wall, and then it's taken away by the former member of the Victoire, Kristen O'Neill. Vivian very willing to play her position. Coming up on the 7-minute mark of this first period. Shots are 8-1 New York. They have the 1-0 lead to show for it. That was whistled down. Hartje made contact with it. cross got hit in the corner. Lad was the one who helped it out. Now Downey Landry, nice pass across, but it rolled off the stick of Willoughby.
Really good work by Willoughby to hold the puck in the corner. She was one player as the other four changed, and that's been a hard thing for Montreal. They haven't had much sustained O-zone time because they have to change. They spend so much time in the D-zone. By the end of the shift, they're changing, and so a really good job allowing that change to finish and get some time in the offensive zone.
Now we're going to get a penalty here, a hit right in the corner.
Montreal 28, minor penalty, hooking.
So another opportunity here for New York to go to the power play. Already up 1-0. Saw Stacy trying to rush out against Nyland Person, but a great save by Dubois against O'Neill. Well, there's a lot there, right? That's the ever dangerous Laura Stacy, who has 2 shorthanded goals this year, more than anyone else in the league, trying to create something right away, but it leads to a really good opportunity for the Sirens. Casey O'Brien will skate it in for New York. Little chip, Nyland Person keeps it in. O'Neill down for O'Brien. Some pressure put on by Boulier. Now Cherkowski, and it's Casey O'Brien again for Nyland Person with space. Tried to get a tip and a save by Davian, with O'Neill cutting across the slot. She's on it now, gives it back for Nyland Person, who keeps it in. Now Fillier walking to the dot, turns the shot and missed wide. Comes out with 4:50 remaining in the period and a minute to go on the power play chance.
See this trust they have in Osborne as Nyland Person passes to her goalie and just exits, gets off the ice, puts someone else on the ice. And so, I mean, Osborne is known for her incredible skill at puck handling. And so she's basically a 6th player back there who can really move the puck well for her team.
Second group out there for the Sirens. Here's Bourbonnais. Her chance got deflected just up high over the net. Simpson keeps it going. Bargman was over there as well, but Montreal clears. 22 seconds to go on this second power play opportunity for New York. Shots in this period, 10-1 in favor of the Sirens. Tried to get it forward for Levis. It was broken up really well. Darkangelo over there, but it's kept in. Wheeler with Darkangelo getting a stick in, and Gosling over as well. As we get back to even strength hockey, New York still in. Chance for Simpson, broken up, and then right out of the penalty box, it's Dubois. Gets it over for Darkangelo. Darkangelo shoots, and a save by Osborne. Stacy plays the backhand in. Oh, look at the pressure by Rock against Osborne. Stacy got knocked down a bit. New York's finally able to get it to center. That's off the stick of Stacy and out of play.
Coach Every had mentioned, we saw that graphic up on the screen about Dubois, and she says, the head coach says, she is a player that can fit in with any line.
Here's Vespa coming in. Vespa shoots, tried to go blocker's side and missed it wide. Alexandra LaBelle picks it up back the other way for Montreal. Tried to center up. It's still loose and slides through the crease. Tabin from the outside. That missed wide with Mlinkova. Didn't quite secure it. Emi Fektu starts out for New York. So 1:47 remaining here in this first period. An offensive zone face-off won by Montreal. Boulier couldn't quite hold it. That's Bargman putting a little bit of pressure on for the Sirens. Continuing to put the pressure. That hopped right up in the air and stayed in the zone for the moment. slow now. Trying to get it on a stick. Finally comes through for Irving. Skylar Irving centers up. It was deflected up high. Good job finding that by Osborne. And a whistle and a penalty coming up. These two who have played some physical games already over the course of this season, as we said, the 5th time that these two have gotten together this year. And it's another penalty coming up here against Montreal. Here's Sarah Fillier towards the net, saved Dubois. Had Cherkowski open on the backside, couldn't quite get it all the way through. Nyland Person finds O'Brien moving down. Nyland Person now for Fillier. Right towards the net, O'Neill tried to turn it to her forehand, but couldn't connect before a good pass breakup by Montreal.
And Dubois with the active stick. That was O'Neill, who was wide open in the front of the net, but she did a little poke check to deflect the opportunity.
Here comes O'Brien with speed. Final 20 seconds of the period. O'Brien plays it across, broken up. Cherkowski gets it back for Nyland Person. Now Fillier in a glove save. Rebound was loose, but it's cleared out. Willoughby putting some pressure on as the final seconds of this first period come off with the Sirens up 1-0 on Montreal. Again, the shots were 11-2 New York in that first period, and even more than that, the scoring chances were 8-1. So most of the opportunities were good ones for the Sirens, but they're going against the #1 penalty kill in the PWHL. So 43 seconds remaining of power play time. And it's Sarah Fillier who starts in for the Sirens, working against Katie Tabin. Flaherty got to it first behind the net. Not going to be able to get it out, though. Nyland Person plays it down for Fillier. Sends it all the way around for Casey O'Brien. Up top, Nyland Person. Here's Fillier walking in, right down low. They tried to center up. It gets all the way through for Nyland Person, who walks in a glove save by Dubois. Rebound available. Still O'Brien got a piece. Then a backhand chance by Cherkowski. Couldn't get it on goal. Fillier once again. Final seconds of the power play time. O'Brien up top. Switching spots with Nyland Person, who's on it now. Casey O'Brien again for Nyland Person. Works it down low. Cherkowski tried to center for O'Neill. It was broken up. And we're back to even strength as Abby Rock comes into the play. O'Brien got a chance. It missed wide. Fillier was going off for a change, but the puck was right there, so she plays it looking for O'Neill. And Montreal does indeed kill off the early power play chance. 3 for 3 on their penalty kill.
Really good sticks and their awareness. They know the puck was going down low. They'd have to reattack and cover O'Neill net front, and they did a great job not allowing a clean shot by O'Neill.
So New York 5 shots on their power play on their 3 opportunities so far, but it's still just the 1-0 lead on the Casey O'Brien goal. And a whistle here, and now a penalty. Let's look at their first opportunity.
New York, number 20, minor penalty for interference.
So it's a Royal Tiger towel power play for Montreal, and Tabin's chance. Then the rebound, and Osborne got over and got the second effort against Skylar Irving, and it's cleared all the way down. Here is Tabin, who comes through. Behind for Irving, who hits Flaherty as Montreal can set up on their power play. They're second in the PWHL this year, just over 21%. Tabin hits Gosling just onto the ice. Now it's Tabin, tries to get a pass all the way across. Again, looking for Irving once more, the rookie who played the last couple of years at Northeastern. Out to center here for Downey Landry. 1:08 remaining on the penalty time. Good pressure here from Wheeler, but look at Dubois coming out to play the puck.
So calm and composed, too. Her ability to just diffuse that situation, which could have been a huge break for New York.
Here is Abby Rock. Works it down for Downey Landry. 42 seconds to go on the power play time. O'Brien got a stick in the way. Montreal still going here with Abby Rock. Now for Stacy. Corbenet the closest to her. Stacy got it up for Gosling, the rookie, for Downey Landry, and her chance up high is stopped by Osborne. Boulier's chance knocked down, and it's played to the wall by Zandy Hart and cleared with just 8 seconds remaining on the penalty time.
Strong job by New York on the penalty kill. They just really didn't give up too many grade A scoring chances to Montreal, and they were quick to close out. Aside from that one, there's maybe 30 seconds in zone, but most of it was perimeter play.
It's been a penalty kill that has struggled a bit at times this year for New York. But a strong showing there. And it's still 1-0 Sirens, 4 minutes into this second period. Corbenet knocks it down. There is Davian. Norcross hitting the neutral zone. Didn't manage to stay on the puck momentarily. Boulier now for Montreal. That's the Victoire coming through. Chance from deep, no problem for Osborne. From deep, rolling puck, it's loose. Osborne, nice job to find it. Over the last 4 games, the 2 of them have played. It's 4 straight shutouts before today. I mean, it's a ridiculous level that those 2 are playing at. Of course, the matchup in the gold medal game in the Olympics in Italy. Incredible goaltending. It's really the whole league. But those 2 have just taken it to a different level this year. Quinto flips it in for Montreal. Wheeler couldn't get a piece. Giaquinto now tried to get it over for Willoughby. It was broken up. Works back to the blue line. That got knocked down. Abby Rock spins a shot. Good save, Osborne. Face-off win. A Bad's chance. Immediately got knocked down to the corner, where Simpson puts a hit on Willoughby. Levis settled it down, but Giaquinto comes back to get it. Definitely seen a little bit of a pushback here from Montreal, which we certainly were expecting as we got to this second period. Turned over, Osborne got her stick in to break up what would have been an open chance on the black side. Kova was the other one before it was taken away by Bourbonnais for New York, who plays it around. Six and a half into the second period. Still a 1-0 lead on the Casey O'Brien goal. Oh, nice stretch pass. Youngbloom in, and what a save! Osborne! That is some kind of stop. We were talking about the goalie on the other end, and Osborne wanted to get involved. Here is Nicole Gosling, 4th pick of the PWHL draft. She's come on really strong recently for Montreal, especially without Aaron Ambrose, as we mentioned off the top of the show. Cherkowski now will bring it out for the Sirens. Broken up by Laura Stacy. Stacy from deep, kicked away by Osborne.
Really good work by Stacy there to out-hustle to the Cherkowski to the puck, but a turnover.
Here's a chance. Harchie in. Harchie stops. Darienne says, I got it, as she denies the Michigan native.
As Ljungblom comes in, tries to find a goal, but denied by Osborne. From the drop of the puck, finding the back.
Oh, that knockdown, it goes in! Sandy Hart threw it from the blue line, and what a tip in front! And it's O'Neill for a 2-0 Sirens lead. It's very close, but I think that, that last point you made, is that stick high enough? And do they have a look that shows them that the stick was over the height of the crossbar? Big moment, obviously, here. It's either 2-0 New York, or we're still at 1 with 12:04 remaining in the second period. Let's listen in.
After video review, the play has been overturned. No goal.
So no goal on review because it was played with a high stick. And now it's still only a 1-goal deficit for Montreal. And the lead for the New York Sirens as Scamorra comes in. Irving skates over top of it, and it's the captain, Sandy Hart. Kept in by Mativi. It's her second game of the Victoire. She got pushed off. Here is Norcross trying to weave through. Good breakup, though. That's Jessica DiGirolamo who is back there. And it's Scamorra coming in. Nice little drag and a save by Osborne. Abby Rock works it back for Gosling. Gosling comes in. Her chance knocked down and cleared. That was Bourbonnais who was in the way and blocked it.
And beautiful drag by Scamorra. Her patience and poise at the blue line.
Boulier lost her footing, and it nearly led to the opportunity for Emmy Fecto. Cherkowski, nice pass. Casey O'Brien is denied by Debian. What a move. And Debian gets just enough to stop O'Brien, bidding for her second of the game.
Just the incredible speed on the outside by O'Brien as well.
Laura Stacy back the other way. Nice pass for Abby Rock. Her shot blocked. Rock was the next one on it. In the corner before Cherkowski now. David now. He was broken up along the wall by Cherkowski. Linkova trying to get a stick on it. Deflected before Claire DeGeorge. Pass was a little bit too far for Peyton Levis. There's Jinsey Rose. Rose right along the goal line. They work in behind DeGeorge's chance. Got deflected before it comes out for Rose once more. Over the halfway mark to the hockey game with the Sirens up 1-0 on the Victoire here in Detroit. This PWHL takeover tour.
Really good defensive play there as New York tried to sneak in, and LaBelle did a great job with her stick, not allowing Bernard to touch the puck.
A little bit of pressure put on here by Montreal. But it's Bargman now. He's the recipient of a double hit. How does that affect your your mood, the momentum, all those things on the bench as a player when you feel like you just took a 2-0 lead and then all of a sudden it comes off the board?
Well, you just have to really let it go quickly and move on to the next play, because otherwise it'll just affect your next shift, and that's not what you want. You want to go out and play extremely hard and try to get that goal back.
Sandy Hart sends it back into the corner. 8:24 remaining in this second. 1-0 New York lead. Kristen O'Neill flips it in. Cherkowski. And to send it down. Here's Sarah Fillier. Fillier's got space. Fillier shoots, and it's deflected to the corner. Bourbonnais now pinching down. Leaves Simpson. Sends it over for Casey O'Brien. Switching spots with Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais waiting, tried to get a tip. It's knocked down, and Downey Landry can skate it out. There is Willoughby. Tried to center up. Maya Labad nearly got her stick on it. Does have it along the wall. It's down for D'Arcangelo. Boulier from the outside. And that deflects out of play. Osborne having to go over to this side of the net before it's played around, but it's also a defensive improvement, and to your point, it's building offense off of that defensive play. That slips through the crease again off the skate of Irving. It collects now in the corner. As Montreal, again, still down just one. Boulier turns a save by Osborne. Boulier's got it back now, and cycling. Boulier centers up. Scamora denied again. Osborne sharp here in this second period.
This line has been awesome. They've excelled in the game against Minnesota. I know that Greg is out. She was on that line before, and it was fantastic. But the movement by Irving and D'Arcangelo and Scamora to out-hustle, to get to pucks first, and then utilize their teammates who are open underneath them.
6:12 remaining. Again, remember, it looked like this was a 2-0 lead for New York on the goal by Kristen O'Neill, but the goal was taken off on review because of a high stick. Stacy wins the race. Oh, here's O'Neill. O'Neill got another chance, tried to play it back, ends up with Levis, who's deflected, then the follow-up, and Debian stops Wheeler. It ended up actually being a better chance off the deflection than it might have been had it been played through. El Harchi now, as the scoring chances certainly starting to add up both ways here in this second period, but it's still just the one that's gotten past on Casey O'Brien's first period goal. Linkova couldn't get it out. Jinsey Rose off a skate. Harchi knocks it down. Couldn't quite connect with O'Brien. There's a New York player down behind the net with 4:57 remaining in this second period. They whistle the play down.
New York looking to add to their lead, net front, but Anne-Renee Desbiens standing tall, 1-0, New York. It has been a flurry back and forth from both teams toward the end of the second period.
Gosling knocks it down. And Boulier will start out with Scamora. Nice little drag and a chance of the save. Osborne rebound still there. Osborne got a second effort. Lunged out for it, and finally the whistle comes. So Osborne, who again, she's a great example of what the PWHL being here has done for the sport of women's hockey.
The Olympics happen. Well, usually it's everyone goes away and you don't get to watch these incredible players again. But now there's this league, so you can follow this team, the players again.
Like Laura Stacy, who fires it, a save by Osborne. Here's O'Neill now. Let it out for Wheeler. Boulier, nice move through the middle. Thought about going wide for Stacy. She was changing. Every rock does create a chance. LaBelle's opportunity was knocked down. Nadia Mativi. Formerly Kova. Oh boy, Osborne. Quick whistle comes out. And a little fun afterwards.
Montreal 25, minor penalty for roughing, minor penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. New York 18, minor penalty, roughing.
So opportunity number 4 on the power play for the Sirens. Here's Nyland Person. Gives it back for Casey O'Brien. Plays it down low for Czerkowski and a chance. Then it was O'Neill with an opportunity and a save by Debian on this Royale Tiger Towel power play.
2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalties is 16:10. Second period.
Here is Villiers, who sends it down for O'Brien. Good effort by Laura Stacy, and a penalty. So it'll be 4-on-4 here for 1 minute and 15 seconds, and then a brief power play for Montreal. Here is Gosling. Nicole Gosling moving down. Nice pass for Boulier. Her chance, a save by Osborne. It got through to the right pad, and then a really good breakup by Gosling. Gosling, who's tied for 4th in points by defenders this year, has points in 4 of her last 5 games. As you said, has really come on strong. Here's Flaherty with some space. Trying to get it down for Scamora. Job to get it free for Tabin. Good find for Flaherty. Broken up by Hartje. Irving once again was reaching for it. 29 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Orbanet starts it up for Hartje. Montreal is in good position right now, as we said, 2nd in the standings. But the conversation there is about home ice, right, in the playoffs. Trying to get one of those top 2 spots. Minnesota right on their heels. Nice breakup by Chintzy Rose. O'Brien sends it around. So Montreal power play time here, just 17 seconds remaining. Connie Landry. Got caught in her skates, and here goes Casey O'Brien. Shorthanded chance. O'Brien just missed. Tried to go glove side high, and the penalty time now expires. So Nyland Person goes all the way across. As we're back to even strength. Under a minute to go here in the 2nd period, and a whistle for icing. A little bit of pressure put on by Simpson. Stacy got hit hard as she plays it in. Peyton Levis, the one throwing the hit. Bargman. Is there one more chance here, but offside. Pass a little too far for O'Brien. As the 2nd period comes to an end with the Sirens, a 1-0 lead over the Victoire. So we start the 3rd, the Sirens and the Victoire. And it's Sarah Fillier in her 2nd year with the Sirens. Works all the way around. Oh, that's a great pass. It just rolls off the stick of Czerkowski. That is Casey O'Brien creating from underneath the goal line. Here's Laura Stacy putting some pressure on. Initial opportunity to center up, did not get through. Gosling now. Using the wall. And it's Nyland Person who's there and will reset for the Sirens. Pressure put on as Sandy Hart gets it over for Nyland Person. Kristen O'Neill, who again, we thought this was good 2-0 New York lead, but a goal that was taken off on replay as it was played with a high stick.
Really good back pressure by New York to kind of close that opportunity for Montreal to even break out in the neutral zone. They were able to go the other way, and now they're in the offensive zone.
Rolling puck comes free for Hartje. Tried to get it back for Bourbonnais. It was well broken up here. Montreal's got numbers if they go quickly. Willoughby. Montreal was going off for a change. Poked along, and it's Bourbonnais once again. Good pressure from Abby Rock. Ever involved, Abby Rock. Linkova. Here is Dubois, goes wide and scores! Catherine Dubois! Third goal for Dubois over the last 4 games, and we're tied one apiece.
What an absolute beautiful shot by Dubois. She comes around the top of the slot, opens up and rips it top shelf over the shoulder of Osborne, and just incredible work by her line mates. Linkova bringing the puck in the zone, dropping it, and then against the grain. Dubois going right, and she shoots back left, which is so hard for a goaltender to come and follow and then stop the momentum and come back. And so excellent game-tying goal.
And, you know, credit to Abby Rock, who makes that little play on the wall there, kind of keeps things going, right? Talked about just always being involved. You never know what might create an opportunity. And again, we talked about the New York goal, kind of felt like an earned goal from how they played in that first period. That almost felt like an earned goal from an extension of the second period for Montreal.
Right, and it's interesting, too, noticing the different lines that they put out
Yes.
there. They have Linkova with Rock and Dubois.
Oh, Vespa on a takeaway, but couldn't get it through. Nice job by Irving to come back, then taken away. So a tie game as Montreal trying to come from behind. What a run here by Dubois. I mean, you can talk about it all the time. Coaches talk about it all the time, right? Next person up when you have people go out for injuries. No matter what point of the season it is. Sherkowski nearly got a turnover, rolled off the stick of Nyland Person, and then that comes out to center. But you still need people to actually do it and fill those spots. And Dubois has done a wonderful job, again, without Marie-Philippe Poulin, without Ambrose, without Murphy here recently, no Greg today. People out for Montreal. Every team's dealing with it like we talked about, but important to have those players step up.
And so many have. I mean, it's just incredible seeing some of the players for Montreal that have stepped up and been able to accumulate points, especially over this 10-game stretch, now 11 games, as they're working to try to get another W.
Here is O'Neill. And now it's Hartje taking it off the wall. Bourbonnais now tries to come down low for Simpson. Attempt to center up. Second one actually did get through, but underneath the stick of El Hartje. Arcangelo now starts it up. And Osborne will hold on. Corey Chevry said we tried to build this team on our depth. It's not that you need it every single moment, but it has come in handy when Montreal has needed it here on this stretch, where they continue to find ways to get points in the standings. Bloom in the corner. Bell starts it out. He's looking for Rock. Taken away by Bargman. Sirens come through. Oh boy, just underneath the stick of Claire DeGeorge. Nice little play and a kick save off the chance from Lauren Bernard. Another one in Debian, equal to it again. Sarah Fillier now turned and pushed it towards the net. Debian not going to mess around. Casey O'Brien swings it around. Where Nyland Person will be the first to get it. Sarah Fillier trying to create some space. Nyland Person comes in for Sandy Hart. Her backhand all the way through untouched. Casey O'Brien again finds Kirkowski. Kirkowski tries to get to the middle. It's loose. Oh, kick save, Davian. And the follow-up from Sandy Hart missed wide. What a chance, and Davian showing off again. Sarah Fillier now coming around with Kirkowski still on the side of the net. This forward group stays out there. Simpson on the ice now. Her shot blocked up high by Laura Stacy. Squirts free. O'Brien was reaching for it, but nice little poke by Gosling to get it out. Those two were picked consecutively in the PWHL draft this year. Boulier now working for DiGirolamo. Stays in. Nice pass down low. Dubois again, and a backhand is stopped by Osborne.
Just a beautiful vision by DiGirolamo up top to find that breaking player for her teammate to get the shot on net.
Squirts free and a score! Dubois did it again!
Just excellent work in the offensive zone, leading the puck pursuit. There's 1-on-2, so a second Victoire jumps in there. D'Arcangelo comes out with the puck finally off her backhand to Dubois, who's able to do a one-touch, no-dust shot for the goal, put her team up 2-1.
That is a confident player right there. My goodness, second of the period. Fourth goal in the last 4 games. And Montreal has a 2-1 lead, and that is offside. What a start to this third period by the Victoire. Led by Catherine Dubois. Montreal up 2-1. New York, really good first period, as we talked a lot about. Having that 1-0 lead, Osborne playing great through 2 periods, and then all of a sudden, on this stretch where they have struggled to find results, now all of a sudden you have to climb the hill once again, down by 1. What's the challenge on a player on the New York bench right now?
Yeah, I think they just maintain that belief in, hey, we can do this. We've done it. We showed how we could do it the whole first period. Let's get back to those basics and start owning every detail shift by shift.
Flaherty plays it down. Here is Scamorro, who led Montreal in shots in the first 2 periods. Taven from the outside, tipped in! Laura Stacy! It's 3-1 Victoire!
Laura Stacy uses her speed so effectively throughout the game. You see Scamorro move it up. Stacy's down low. She's going to skate around for the protection by Jinsey Rose in order to get good position. You see her extend her arms of the stick. That's another way to be able to draw the puck to your stick, and she does it all the while falling. Just really good job staying locked in to the puck.
Just 49 seconds separate those last 2 Victoire goals. And that, I was going to bring up the importance of getting to that 2-goal lead, right? New York can't in the first period. It looked like they were about to, right? O'Neill ends up beating Debian, but played with the high stick, so it comes off on replay. And now Montreal does build that 2-goal lead here in the third. Laura Stacy gets goal number 6 on this season. And it's 3-1, Victoire. Coming up on 12 minutes to go here in this third period. DiGirolamo plays it in. There's Sandy Hart. Picks it up for the Sirens. Levis, pass forward, looking for DeGeorge, who circles as the Sirens trying to get back in it. Simpson now, tried to work it down low, but Abby Rock with a nice read. And it's flipped out to center.
Montreal goals.
Jade Downey Landry trying to win a race. And it's Simpson who's back there. First for the Sirens. Nice play by DeGeorge, but then was broken up well by Gosling.
Yeah, the rookie is playing so well. Her anticipation, the way she reads plays, now Montreal is able to settle in and move the puck around.
And now has a chance. It's blocked. Good read by Hartje. Right towards the net. Picked up Malinkova. Plays it around for Boulier, who slaps at it. Using the wall, I think intentionally, but it's Hartje. Picks it up for the Sirens. Hit at the blue line as Dubois got knocked off by Simpson. And Bernard was trying to pick up some speed. And now all of a sudden you see this Montreal forecheck really forcing the puck in and making life difficult for the Sirens to get it out.
Right, and it's just a simple thing, right? It's moving your feet, using all your speed instead of coasting. A lot of times players get into the habit of just coasting from spot to spot. It's just subconscious sometimes, but to actively think, and we saw it in the first period, right? We touched on how New York came out flying. Well, it's been a reverse story here in this third.
Flaherty forced it back to center.
Eyes up, eyes up.
Towards the net, Cherkowski got a piece, and Damien pushes out and keeps it out against Lauren Bernard. And Montreal comes back the other way. Darkangelo's opportunity knocked off, then Osborne got over, defending against Willoughby. DiGirolamo plays it around. Even on the chances on one end, Montreal skated that out very quickly. So it just rolled off the stick at Bernard, and that one deflected. Darkangelo in behind, tries to center up. Willoughby was going off for a change. Picked up by Giaquinto. Against Cherkowski. Off the side of the net. Casey O'Brien picks it up, does get it out to center. Across the Hockey Town logo here in Detroit. This PWHL takeover tour over the halfway mark of the third, and Montreal has scored 3 times in this final stanza and has a 2-goal lead. With 9 minutes remaining. Giaquinto fires, blocked by Serafilier. Got it ahead for O'Brien. Emily Kova back there as well. Flipped to center and knocked down. Here's Norcross. And tries to spear it around. And Stacy with a huge insurance goal to give Montreal this 2-goal advantage. Norcross using the wall. Scamora back there. Stacy takes a big hit. And they're going to get a penalty on it. It was Bargman for the Sirens who threw the hit against Stacy.
Minor penalty interference.
So the third power play of the game coming up for Montreal. Up by 2. Here is Gosling moving down and shoots and missed one. Another Royale Tiger Towel power play for Montreal. They have a 2-goal lead thanks to 3 third-period goals. That squirts out, and Osborne jumps on top. Comes free to Laura Stacy with 1:38 to go on this power play chance. And Gosling shoots up high, a save by Osborne, but the rebound squirts out, and it's Stacy once again as it cycles around for Downey Landry. Rolled off the stick of Malinkova momentarily, but kept it moving. Downey Landry from the point for Malinkova. Gosling now walking it over. Stacy and a one-timer and a kick save by Osborne. That one rolled all the way on top of the boards. Gosling once again. Abby Rock now. Here's the rookie Gosling. Over one-timer. Downey Landry and a stick save. Osborne again. Laura Stacy now just scored a few moments ago. Couldn't get it out here. Gosling tried to play it over. It was broken up with the stick of O'Neill, and it is forced to center. 43 seconds to go on this penalty time.
Some good puck movement by Montreal is their ability to not only get up in their formation, but kind of utilize the outside flanks for the one-timer. But Osborne really read that well and was able to make the pad saves on both.
Taben coming through with some speed. And the drop pass broken up by Fillier, and then got a stick in as well. 22 seconds to go on the penalty. Obviously precious time coming off for New York, down by 2. Can't get it out once again. Chance to save Osborne. Oh, couldn't secure it, but the whistle does come out. Taben for Flaherty. Comes back, Taben. One-timer missed high. Bergman comes out back to even strength with 6 minutes to go in the third. Montreal with the 3-1 lead over New York with all 3 Victoire goals coming in the third period. Here is Taben. Nice little fake to get around Wheeler. Puck has stayed in this whole way even since we've gotten back to even strength. Arcangelo now. Plays it out for Taben. Nice turn. And it's Flaherty who hits LaBelle just onto the ice. And a stick save by Osborne. Spa plays it in on a backhand. And a piece of it on the way by from Desbiens.
Good read by Bourbonnais to press down on the wing LaBelle and keep the puck in the zone.
From the outside, Bourbonnais again trying to get the tip and a wraparound try, and it's Youngbloom who came over and helped break that up. That was Peyton Levis trying to come around. Desbiens was in a good spot as well. Can New York find 2? Or is this another Montreal Victoire victory? 4:48 left to sort out in this third period. It's back for Osborne. Girolamo goes to the wall. Mlinkova, nice job to get it out for Rock. Plays it back, looking for Boulier on a backhand. It was off the skate of Bernard before it could get through. Broken up there momentarily. Nice play by Mlinkova, coming through. Little fake, but then couldn't get the shot. Wheeler stayed back with her stride for stride.
See some of the individual skill that Mlinkova has. Just fantastic toe drag. Couldn't quite connect on the end of it, though.
Taben now. 3:51 to go in the third. Comes back for Giaquinto. Just little plays like that, keeping things going. Keeping the puck at this end of the ice. Scamora coming all the way around. Has Giaquinto on the wall. Montreal okay, letting time come off right here. Scamora now with some pressure put on. Fired from the outside, saved by Osborne. Scamora works it back for Gosling. And it's Boulier. Working against Hartje, lost her footing a bit. Hartje does get it, but a good makeup play by Scamora to prevent her from any kind of run down the ice the other way. Quite a third period that these Victoire have played. Trying to finish it off. Here's Stacy. Works it back, Flaherty. Slap shot missed wide.
You see, even Skylar Irving, she's just on the ice, she's fresh, but still her urgency with which she wants to win that puck and take that puck away from New York, that's what the key is to the success that Montreal has had in this third period with their offensive zone time.
Here is Willoughby. I mean, how about how much time here Montreal has actually had the puck, with New York the team that's down by 2 goals. 2:18 to go in the third. Tabin broken up by Bargman. They've made a couple of changes here. Flaherty now moving in. Flaherty's chance to flex wide. Again, Downey Landry. And Montreal's the fresh skaters right now. New York's been out there forever as we're under 2 minutes to go in the third. Osborne staying in the net for now. And a good reason for it, as again, Montreal forces it out. Oh, good play by Abby Rock. Rock centers up. It went underneath Youngbloom, still managed to get out to Giaquinto. And then off the wall, looking for O'Brien, but again, right back on a Montreal stick. Can't pull the goaltender. 1:26 to go in the game. Here is Fillier. Now Osborne goes to the bench. Empty net for New York, down by 2. It's broken up by LaBelle. With just 1:10 to go. Abby Rock out front, broken up by Nyland Person. Haven't had a whistle here in forever as Trukowski comes in and plays it around. Final minute of this third period, and it's out to center again.
Really good stick again by Skamura to keep the puck moving and disrupt the play.
Trukowski trying to force it in, but it's Boulier once more. Plays it backhand for Gosling. Just 34 seconds remaining. Skamura once again with Fillier along the wall. Boulier's going to be on it once again, all the way down to 20 seconds left in this third period. Centering pass, Fillier open, and another one for good measure by Debian. I mean, when you talk about learning how to win, how about those last 6 minutes by the Victoire?
Look at this save by Debian, point blank on Sarah Fillier. The puck sneaks by Debian initially, and so Debian, quick reaction to lean back, secure it with her glove, but just a solid chance for the Sirens toward the end of the game.
Sirens going to take a timeout with 9:8 to go in the third period. I mean, we didn't have a whistle in forever there. And Montreal just kept working and kept working. And this whole third period is so impressive for this team. It was in second place in the PWHL, trying to push for another top spot. They have been very good in the third. Remember, I mean, you go back a couple of games here, right? And Montreal was up in their home building against the first place Boston Fleet and blew a game that they had a 3-0 lead in the third period. This has been the total opposite today.
Absolutely. Their resilience, their commitment to buy in and just like get back to the basics. They came out, New York was the dominant team in the first period, and it showed on the scoreboard. But since then, especially this third period, has been huge for Montreal, and a big credit goes to Debian, who we just saw on the screen. She has kept her team in it and allowed her team to kind of catch up.
And they win a face-off. Right to the corner. What a third period for the Victoire. And they are a 3-1 winner over the Sirens. "11 consecutive games with a point for the Montreal Victoire. They win again 3-1 over the Sirens in a game that they needed this third period. They scored 3 unanswered in the third to get the victory.
Just an outstanding response. Their ability to stay with it, get outshot, get outplayed in the first period, come back, put the pedal to the metal, and really go hard on the gas. They did an excellent job with their forecheck, and they capitalized when they had the opportunity to.
After the first period, shots on goal were 27-13 in favor of the Victoire. A 3-1 victory for the Montreal Victoire, thanks to 3 unanswered in the third period. As they get the job done, they win again, this time over the New York Sirens. Really impressive stuff. And we can talk about the offense in the third, but you have to go back to New York's first period. They score 1. They could have scored a lot more if not for Anne-Renee Desbiens, who once again is brilliant. And it's tied for today's save of the game, presented by Ally.
Desbiens was just fantastic from the get-go, as you mentioned, Eric. A couple breakaway chances, and she was able to deny the Sirens. Look at that leg pad save, and another one, point blank. She's just able to, she was so dialed in, and the ability to extend her legs and keep the puck out over and over again. It was fantastic. And she really kept her team in this game, as you mentioned, in order for them to come back, find the back of the net, and get a couple goals to secure this 3-1 win.
I mean, that was the definition of a tough first inning, but your starting pitcher keeps you in the game. And she gave her offense a chance to get going. And they eventually do in the third period. And we talk about this depth for Montreal and how much it's been outside of the stars who have gotten the job done recently. And here, once again, it was Catherine Dubois who does an incredible job scoring twice here in the third period. And Catherine is down with single.
Yeah, what a third period for the Victoire, and what a third period for you, Catherine. Congratulations, 2 goals for you. And what's going right for you right now? That's 4 goals in 4 games.
Well, I think my teammates did a pretty good forecheck on those both goals. So I was just there and I just shoot the puck. So it's my teammate effort. I was lucky to get that shot in the net.
You've played everywhere from the 4th line to the 1st line this season. You've had conversations with your coach about adjustments that you've had to make. How have you stayed focused this season?
I mean, again, it's my teammate. They always cheers on me, and they make me better. And I don't know. I try to take one day at a time. And we have such a good team. It's easy for me to stay in the game and try to get better every day.
It's a long road trip, but now you have 11 straight games with a point for your team. You guys are on a run right now. What is clicking for the Victoire?
I mean, I think it's the way that we never give up. We always try to get better, and when things are hard, we push even farther. So I think we're just a good team, and I think I'm so proud of my teammate. And our goalie is unbelievable, and René Desbiens keep us in the game every time. So I think that's it.
Appreciate this. Enjoy the victory.
Thank you very much.
Eric, back up to you.
Montreal keeps pace today with an impressive third period.